Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a try to get ready with me. I think I'm just gonna introduce myself sort of. I think this is the first one that I've done on this channel as far as like introducing myself. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it, the eyeshadow, but I know I'm going to be using this Nomad Paradise Island palette. And the only colors that I have not used in this palette yet are these two here, these two, Stingray, and then this matte purple one. So I want to see if I can come up with something that I'm using these four colors, and I have this little shirt on that kind of matches. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. That's what I have in mind, and let's get to it. I will talk about what I'm using, I guess, but I'm just gonna kind of talk about myself. And again, this is the first one I'm doing, so forgive me if I'm not good at it. Okay. So usually I do concealer first. I'm going to be using the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I don't know if I love this one, but I don't dislike it either. It's just, it was on sale and I have it. I'm going to cover up this alien growing out of my neck first. I usually try to cover up my little discoloration spots as well. And then I use a damp sponge. My name is Patricia. I started this YouTube channel recently called Makeup and Muscles. And it pretty much speaks for itself. If you see any of my shorts on here, I have a lot of YouTube shorts on here. It's mostly like quick eyeshadow looks and gym fitness related stuff. I go to the gym probably at least 4 times a week. Some weeks if something's going on, if I'm out of town or something like that, I can't get in, and that's fine, but most of the time I go, if not more than that. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I've only used this once before, and I wasn't sure about it. I'm going to try it again. I was actually watching YouTube earlier, and someone was using the Charlotte Tilbury version of it, but I'm going to use it as like a primer today, because that's what she did on the video earlier. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to blend that in with the sponge. And this is just going to be my primer, like a glowy type of base. I do like to play in makeup every day if I can. I didn't do any makeup yesterday. I was down and out. So I am kind of anxious to get back into it today, because it just makes me feel put together. I don't have to wear makeup to feel pretty. I don't have to like put on makeup to go outside or anything like that. That I don't care about. It's just fun for me. So anyway, that's the makeup side of it, I guess. That's what I'll say about that. I just like to do it. I worked from home for the past few years, and I would put on basically a full face of makeup every single day, even though I didn't go anywhere. That's just what I like to do. I'm not very much of a artsy person or creative person, so I would say doing eyeshadow is kind of my creative outlet. But even when I say that, to me it's creative. To other people who are really into eyeshadow and do like really intricate looks and things like that, they're way more creative than I am. That's for sure. To other people, I might not even be creative, but to me, you know, it's creative. Okay, that doesn't look bad, actually. Okay, I'm gonna use this Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This might be a little light for me actually right now. So what I've been doing over this summer, since I've gotten a little bit of a tan, is mixing in a darker foundation. And what I've been using recently, or pretty much all summer, is the Too Faced Peach Perfect. Now, if y'all know how old this has been discontinued for a few years now, but it's still good. This is a Comfort Matte Foundation. This is the color Mocha, so it's pretty dark. So if I need a drop or two, I usually dip into that. So we shall see. I always put it on the back of my hand. Yeah, that's like super light. So I will put a little squirt of the Peach Perfect, not much, and just see if I can mix it and get a better color. I'm going to do a little bit more of the Peach Perfect. Yeah. So anyway, I have been, let's see, back to the gym. I have been going to the gym consistently since July 2023 is when I started. I want to say I found this gym, but I really didn't actually. A friend of mine, she won something from a raffle. It was like 6 free classes at this woman-owned gym near me, and she didn't go to the gym. She actually works out at home. She has like a home gym or whatever. So she put in our little group chat, hey, I got these like 6 free classes. Do you guys, anybody want it? And I said, hey, yeah, I'd love to try it. So I tried it because as far as a regular gym, like your, Planet Fitness or whatever, I don't like them. I've never been able to go to them. I don't know what to do. I feel stupid. I'm very insecure. I don't know how to work out. So I would end up just like on the treadmill or something like that. And I was never able to be consistent with it because gave me anxiety. Like I just didn't like it. So tried this woman-owned gym, and I'm hesitant to say woman-only gym because it is, but it's not. It doesn't have to be women-only. Anyone is welcome. But it is woman-owned, and 99 to 100% of the clientele is women. And the trainers that are there are women. But I will say from the very, very beginning, I felt welcomed. I didn't feel like I was being judged. And not only that, it's not like your typical gym where you go out and you go in there and you do your own workout. So if that's what you like to do, you probably wouldn't like this type of gym. I'm going to do another concealer on top of my little marks just to give a little extra protection. So this is the NYX Pro Fix Stick. So anyway, it is not your typical gym. There's classes scheduled, but it is strength training. It's not like aerobics classes or anything like that. It is strength training. But all you have to do essentially is show up. That's it. You just show up. And there's a trainer there that tells you the exercise that you're going to do today. So they create the exercise plan for you. They teach you how to do the exercise using the different equipment, and then everybody does it together pretty much. Like you go through 3 rounds and they come around, they help you with form and all of that. So it's like having a personal trainer in a group setting. So it's so different than going into like a Planet Fitness and you just like, you have to know how to use the machines, or you have to know how to use dumbbells or free weights or barbells or, whatever they have. But this here, you just have to show up and they'll show you how to do it. And if you can't do it for whatever reason, then they give you an alternative exercise for that station. And the classes are about an hour, and different days you work different parts of the body. And then they have other classes like boxing or core Pilates, different stuff like that. So community events, it's a whole community. And I did the 6 classes, and I quickly I'm going to try to talk and do my makeup, which I don't do very often. Like I said, I'm not good at this. So anyway, I got sucked in pretty quick. I really enjoyed it. And I've been going there since then. So part of my journey, I guess I'll just be totally upfront with you guys. When I started, okay, let me go back to before that. for the past over a decade, when I had kids, after I had kids, I never bounced back. I never got down to under 200 pounds. Never. Okay. I split up from my now ex-husband in 2022. And then a year later in 2023, I started the gym. But in that first year, 2022 to 23, I lost about, I want to say about 10 pounds maybe, 10 to 13 pounds. And I wasn't trying, and I wasn't like, it wasn't because the breakup was terrible or anything like that. Like, I initiated it. It was great. It was the best thing for me, actually. I think it was just dead weight. It was just literally him, dead weight, lifted off of me. So I started the gym at about 227, if I remember correctly. I was about 227 pounds. But for the past more than a decade, I had been like 235 to 240. So 227, gonna be using Melt Bronzer in the color Santa Barbara. By the end of 2023, I was about 220. So I lost 7 pounds. Okay. Not a significant amount. And then throughout 2024, I struggled. I was like, okay, let me, like, obviously I want to get under 200 pounds. That's the goal. But I said, let me start small. I'm 220. It took me 6 months to lose 7 pounds. Like, that's wild. And again, going to the gym, like, 3, 4, 5 times a week. So I spent most of 2024 trying to get down to 210. Like, that was my goal. 10 pounds, 10 more pounds. Can I do that in a year? I hit 210 twice in a year. I hit it in February of 24 and July of 24. Did not see it at all the rest of the time. I pretty much teetered around 215. Okay. So by the end of 2024, as you can imagine, I'm pretty discouraged now. I've been going to the gym for a year and a half and nothing's happening. So I got discouraged. I put on some more weight. I went on vacation in November, and then I just didn't quite bounce back from that because of I'll say my mental status, because I was just so discouraged about not losing weight. So I ended up gaining again, and it was like the beginning of January. I remember I weighed myself and I was 220 again. I said, you got to be freaking kidding me. Like, this is crazy. So I started working really hard at it again. I did get down to 210, and I've pretty much been staying there all year. Okay. I've been like, yeah, I got down probably by sometime in the spring and been pretty steady. Now, it kept going, which I was shocked. By mid-June, I weighed myself and I was 203. So close. 203. I have not seen 203 since then. It was summer, I guess, beginning of summer. Sorry, I keep forgetting to tell you what I'm using. This is the Give Me Glow Dream Blush in the color Heavenly Peach. That's what it looks like. And it's very pigmented, so I'm trying to use like as little as possible and just kind of pat it on. So yeah, I got down to 203. Haven't seen that since. I mean, it's summertime, so I went on a couple like vacations. Crept back up. Went in July. I went to Florida, middle of July to like August 1st. I went to Florida. Whew, and I ate my way through that trip. When I got back, I remember I weighed myself, and it was water weight because we drove. So just the stress, the driving, the eating out, the eating fast food, all of that stuff. I weighed 220 again, you guys. I went from 203 mid-June to like August 1st weighing 220 again. I said, you gotta be kidding me. So, but like I predicted, like 8 pounds of it was water weight. So I got that back off, and then been trying to get back down like under 210. I have not yet. I'm still sitting at like 209, 210, and I weigh myself pretty frequently. So that is my journey with that. It's kind of frustrating. I'm using the Odin's Eye blusher in the color Light Glory. This is what it looks like. It came broken, so I like pressed it back in the pan, so that's why it looks kind of crazy. But if I remember correctly, these highlighters are pretty glittery, so wish me luck. Ooh. Okay. Using a very, very light hand. That's cute though. So that has been my weight loss journey. Now that I give you the numbers and all that, I will say my body composition has changed tremendously. I say tremendously. I don't know, maybe not. But again, when I was like 235 to 240 for over a decade, I was in a size 18 pant. And I lost those like 10 pounds in 2022. And I was in like a size 16. Since then, I'm comfortably in a size 14. But I will say some 14s are actually too big for me. They're not sitting right. I actually put a pair of jeans that are pretty doggone new, actually, like within the last few months. I have to give them away because they are big. They're just like saggy and they don't look good. In a store like Torrid, which is designed for plus size women, I actually can get into their size 12 jeans now. I don't know if that means I can get into a size 12 at like a regular store. I don't know. I'm not brave enough to try. I don't think so though, because, okay, let me tell you another story talking about weight loss. Recently, I went to Express. Express used to be, I'm using eyeshadow primer. Express used to be my all-time favorite store from like high school. Yes, I used to go to high school in business casual. From high school to my mid-20s, basically until I had kids. And then I couldn't fit into it anymore. And I never set foot in there because the only thing I could fit into was Lane Bryant and Torrid. And it, you know, yeah, that was just what it was. So I never went in there. I went in there like last weekend or something like that. And I said, let me just check it out. I don't know. They go up to a size 14. I didn't try any pants there at that time, but I did try on a dress and they had an extra large. So I said, okay, let me try extra large. You know, like maybe I can get into an Express extra large. Because I swear to you guys, some of y'all may know, like if you've dealt with being plus size, you probably know a size 14 at Lane Bryant is not a size 14 at Express or Old Navy or Gap. Right? You feel me? It's just not. They do make them bigger. I don't know if it's the way they're cut or what. I don't know, but it's just not the same. So, anyway, I figure, you know, maybe I can fit into an extra large though. So I tried on an extra large and in a dress, and it was too big. You guys, it was too big. I was shook. I was so shook. So I tried it on in a large and it fit and it was so cute and I bought it. I haven't shopped there since before 2010. So I was ecstatic. I ended up going back. So this must have been a couple weekends ago. I ended up going back this past weekend and I did try on some jeans. Okay, so they have ones that are numbered like 12, 14, 16 or whatever. The 14s did fit, but what I ended up getting was jeans that were really stretchy and they didn't have the number. They were just like medium, large, extra large, but it said the large was 12, 14, and 16. So I said, okay, let me try it, and they fit, and they fit so cute. So excited, you guys. Anyway, so all that to say, body composition definitely has changed I still have my lower belly is still large and in charge. I had 2 babies back to back. My body never got to bounce back. Also, it's just genetic. Like, genetics plays such a huge role in everything. So it's just my body. It's just genetics. That's the way it is. But my waist is hella smaller. I have kind of an hourglass figure, if I'm being honest. Okay. I got a little badonkadonk now. I didn't really have that back in the day. I'm not gonna say I didn't have a booty at all. Like, it wasn't flat, but she there now. I'm gonna use the Nomad, like I said, Paradise Island. And let me see what I'm gonna do first. Okay, I'm gonna start off with, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm gonna have a hard time reading this. But this peach color one right here, I think it's called Mana. This one. And I don't know if I wanna call out the brushes I'm using. I use just a combination of all kinds of brushes. Like, this is a random Wet n Wild one, so I don't think y'all are gonna care what brush. But it's, if you can see, it's like a blending brush, kind of a fluffy brush. I'm gonna do the crease first, and it kicks up a lot in the pan if you can see it. Okay. Make sure the primer is not creased up. Okay. Gonna go in with the peach and just kind of do windshield wiper motions like so, like that. Where am I at now with my fitness thing? Same place. Weighed in at 209 today. I'm still going to the gym. I will say, you know, I'd heard people say, oh, you know, gym isn't everything, working out isn't everything. It's your diet, your nutrition, that's like 80% of it, and exercising is 20% of it. And, you know, I agree now. The working out will change your body composition for sure, and you will gain strength. And I know that losing the weight isn't everything because I'm gaining muscle. I definitely know that I can do things that I never thought I would be able to do years ago, and I am super, super proud of that. I know that this fat weight that is still on me, I'll say that the fat weight that is still on me is on me because of my diet. I know this. So I'm still working on changing my eating habits. That has been a slow process because I just refuse to do any sort of fad diet. It needs to be a lifestyle change if it's going to work for me. Or it's not going to work. So it just, and if it takes me that long to create good habits, then at least they're created and at least I'll stick to them. But if I try to starve myself or do some kind of fad diet or whatever, I might lose the fat, true, but it's not going to stick and I'm going to gain it right back. So I just have to keep on reminding myself of that over and over and over. But also to push myself to do better with my nutrition and to create those better habits. Next, I'm going to go in with this pink color. I think what I'm doing with this color is just taking it like right in the crease. So the peach one went from like the crease up a little bit, blended out. This one is going to blend into the peach color right in the crease there, and I'm going to take it down to my lash line because that's going to be, I think, the color I'm going to have all over the lid. Just like packing this on. I probably could even, for the main part of it, use my finger and get a bigger pop of color and shimmer because this pink color is a shimmer color. That is about my workouts and fitness stuff. And I don't know. Let's see about the makeup. I have been, well, I've always enjoyed makeup, but I will say I wasn't someone that was like super into it. I just did like the basics, and I'm talking even going back to high school or whatnot, I would do, you know, like a nice little champagne color on the lid, some mascara, and lipstick. Probably a blush. That was the extent of it. I never wore foundation. I never wore concealer. Even into adulthood, I don't think I wore that stuff. Really. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Even right before I had my kids, like all through my 20s, I don't think I did either. I don't remember. My best friend is really, really into makeup. So she kind of like, and she kind of always has been. Like, I remember she used to wear the Clinique back when we were in high school. If you see this, which she don't even watch my content, isn't that crazy? But if you see this, girl, you know what I'm talking about. That Clinique had you in a chokehold. For me, I never wore foundation or anything like that. So as an adult, like in my 30s, she would give me makeup, and that way I kind of, you know, just got to play in it and try things that I never tried before, because that was the thing. Like, I wasn't going to go out and spend my money on makeup and then not like it or not know how to do it and never use it. I'm going to do, on the lower lash line, I'm going to do Stingray, and I think I'm going to do Seashell, I think in like the inner corner going down to the other bottom part of like the first half of the lower lash line, and then it'll go into Stingray. She kind of kicked it off, and she has quite an extensive collection, I'll just say that. She gives me makeup, like even this palette, I believe she gave me. Like, most of my makeup this girl has given me, to be honest. Which I'm very grateful for, because then I get to play and explore and not spend an arm and a leg figuring out what I like and don't like. But anyway, she got me into like beauty YouTube and stuff like that. So I started watching people on YouTube, like how to do makeup and just beauty content, and I just got into it. So I've been doing it for, like I said, quite a while now. I've got a pretty good collection of eyeshadow palettes, over 100. I'm doing Sting right now. I keep a spreadsheet of my makeup inventory. Why, you ask? I don't know. To keep track of what I have, because when I have a lot, because like she has given me a lot over the years, but sometimes it comes like all at once. I'm just going to use a clean brush and try to kind of blend this, because it just seems like a little bit of a blob over here. It gets overwhelming because I have all these beautiful eyeshadow palettes and I want to try them all, and I don't want them to just sit there and just sit there. Like, I believe I'm not a collector of makeup. I would say she's more of a collector. She has a collection and it brings her joy to look at it and see it. Me having a collection of makeup would not bring me joy just looking at it. It would actually, it gives me anxiety when I'm not using it and not getting use out of it, because it's just sitting here taking up space. So the spreadsheet kind of helped me keep track of what I use, when I use it, how often I use it, and it ended up becoming something that I just open the spreadsheet up pretty much on a daily basis, and I every month I have like a rotation of palettes, because again, I have over 100 palettes. So to just wake up and come here in the morning and say, okay, what am I going to wear today? It's overwhelming. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. I kind of like this, guys. What do you think? I don't think it looks too bad. Okay. So I put everything on a rotation. I'm going to use the LA Girl Shock eyeliner in the color Electric. That's what it looks like. Put everything on a rotation so that way I touch everything each year, each calendar year. I am touching all of the makeup that I have. And when I do that, I also get to focus on more of a select few in a short time frame. Like if I have 10 palettes that I'm focusing on in the month of September, if I find that I'm having a hard time using a palette, or it's just I'm not getting any inspiration, I am forcing myself to use it, then it's not for me. And then I know, okay, I can declutter that one because it's just going to sit in my collection otherwise. And I don't like stuff just sitting here and going bad because it just gives me anxiety. Like, it's such a waste of money to me. It's such a waste of money just letting it just sit here. So I want to use the makeup that I have. And if I'm not using it, then I want to give it to someone that is going to use it. Yeah, simple as that. So I'm not loving the bottom lash line. I don't know. From far away it looks okay though. From far away it looks okay, but up close it's a big old mess. It's a full-on Monet. If you know the reference, you know the reference. I got a lot from her. I use it. I use the spreadsheet to keep track, and that's pretty much my makeup story. Let's do lips, and then I will fix my hair, and then we'll be done. This is probably old too. I also got this from my best friend. This is Jacqueline, the Jacqueline brand. Jacqueline Hill, was that her name? This isn't even a brand anymore, and I can't read it because it's too small and I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, this is the color. And I'm going to be using the Give Me Glow lip liner in the color All That's Apricot. I don't know how I feel about the lipstick. It's kind of thick. Could be going bad. It doesn't smell bad. I will say that. It doesn't smell bad, doesn't look bad, but it could be going bad, or it could be the original formula. I don't know when it comes to stuff that's been given to me by my best friend. I really don't know how old it is, to be honest with you. I could probably look up the release date, but that doesn't mean that's when she got it. You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff's been on shelves forever, or in warehouses or whatever, you know. So I don't know how old it is, but it looks okay. I'm gonna finish up with mascara. All I do for that, I go through a couple different mascaras. I've been using the Essence Lash Without Limits tubing mascara, and I've really been enjoying that. But I am still trying to finish the Essence Lash Princess, the Curl and Volume one. So I think I'm going to actually do the Lash Princess one. And then on the lower lash line, I've been using the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I've just been using this on the bottom lash line because the regular lashes, the top lashes, it doesn't do anything for, like, literally nothing. It's a brown color. I'm realizing that I need black for the eyelashes to really pop. I don't do fake lashes because I don't really know how. I'm not really good at them. I also don't do eyeliner, like wing liner, because I'm not good at that. So yeah, that's another makeup story. But anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do this and then we'll be done. I am back. This is the final look. Let me go through what else I used. So the inner corner was looking just a little bit dark for me, so I just went in with this NYX Buttermilk highlighter, and it's the color, Lord have mercy, I can't read, but I don't know, but you see it, it's the purple one. Okay, just did a little bit of that in the inner corner. You probably can't even notice, but I can notice. And then I used the NYX Thick It Stick It on my brows. That's another thing I can't do, my brows. I don't do the fancy brows. I don't know how to, so I just threw this on there. And then I used the MAC Fix It Plus for setting spray, and then I'm going to be putting on the Essence It's All About Matte finishing powder. Y'all, it's almost gone. It's broke. I'm trying to use it up. Trying to be a good girl. Use it up. So we're going to throw that on real quick. And let's conclude this little thing. I'd love to know more about you. Who's watching my stuff? If it's anyone new, hi, let's get to know each other. If it's a family or friend, let me know you're watching. I'd love to know who's supporting me. But yeah, that is about me, and I hope I can get into the groove and get better at uploading videos. I just like to do it. I like to show you guys the looks that I do. I am pretty proud of this one because this is to use like different colors like this, like peach, pink, turquoise, and purple. That was kind of a feat, but it kind of matches. So anyway, I'm pretty proud of it. I like it, but that's it. So I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day. I have to go pick up my kids from their sports and cook dinner and be a mom. Okay, that's all. Thanks guys for watching.